I've decided to do a series of videos that is just talking about things that I have discovered that I'm learning each day, and things that I've found useful navigating this world, navigating and a lot of my emotions or what's going on in the world today. And I'm not saying anything I put here is wrong, is right. It might be wrong. And I'm just going to do them off the cuff because, you know, it's often I feel when I see a video and I can see someone's rehearsed it, I don't feel it. It may be genuine sometimes, but it's hard to keep coming from the heart and say something truly from the heart if you've repeated it a lot of times. So I apologize in advance for mistakes, or you just heard one that I do. I'm going to leave them in there, and I guess I could try cutting them out, but I'm not that technically skilled. So they're just going to be in there of me talking and coming from the heart and coming and sharing. So what I wanted to share today is something that I thought about, and I'd been listening to a lot and listening to the law of one and people's different interpretations of it. It's a book series, if you don't know what that is, that you can look up. And it's a very dense, can be interpreted in a lot of different ways, this material. And one of the big things that they say is that you want to be service. Well, actually, they don't say that. They say there's two paths, and like there's a choice between the path of serving others or serving the self. And they do say that neither one is right or wrong, but eventually it will be service to others. People who choose service to self, they will eventually become service to others, because I don't know, it's something to do with path that they chose. So in another way that they kind of describe it, they say not one is right or one is wrong. Both are serving the one creator, but it does go into that the service to others is the light path, and the service to self is the negative, positive and negative polarities. And with the serving, something that I never understood was in a part of this, so they'll have the books, and there's actually, I think there's 9 books. And another thing that they said is that they say that both are serving the creator, but they say that that both are serving, that the service to others is also serving themselves, because the name of the book is the law of one, and the law of one, the name of that means we are all one. And so by serving yourself, you are serving others. So I was like, whoa, that doesn't make sense. And I was always very confused by that. And I know the difference in myself when I think about serving myself or I think about others. And that's what I'm going to talk about. Want to talk about today is that big difference. But today I heard it, and there's a particular portion in the book where they elaborate on that, and they say that the service to self is about, it comes with separation. So you're serving yourself, but you have to separate because you're using others' energy to serve you. So it's the service to self path is separate, about remaining separate, which makes sense. So in order to evolve to becoming one with the creator again, you have to change back to service to others, because you can't be separate and come back to the one creator. So that elaborated it on it. And if I think about it, a lot of it, well, most of the time when I'm thinking of myself, I am separate. I'm thinking of my, it's kind of a separation if I'm thinking of myself. And because naturally when you're serving, you do need to serve yourself to serve others. So that's what happens. Like, you need to take care of yourself first. If you get caught up on that was where that always came in. If you serve others, but you don't take care of your body, for instance, ultimately that's not going to be serving others, because you're going to end up depleted and then you can't serve others. But it's a shift in mindset of, I'm focused on others. And that was huge for me. I found it less anxiety provoking even. It definitely getting me into that heart-centered place. Just think about others. And often when we're in anxiety or we're in, fear or depression, we're thinking of ourselves. Well, it's also, for me, it's also more in the head. It's actually, I don't want to say you want to be out of your body, but it's very much, well, it's body centered. It's not that you're in your body per se or out of your body, but it's you're centering you. You're the center of your universe, other than the focus is out to others. And I've heard a lot of people talk about this, but I finally got it. So it just kind of clicked to me that in a situation, I had some things that I was worried about, and they kept coming up in my head, but just focus on others. What am I doing for others? What about others? And that means your situation becomes unimportant. And of course, in some ways, I guess, it pops back in your head that you've got to focus on you. Like, if you don't focus on feeding yourself, then that's a problem. I actually, in the Law of One in the books, they say that at one stage in development, beings are so focused on others that they don't care to feed themselves. And some people are like that. They forget to eat. And that's a problem. So it's kind of it's not being out of touch with your body, but you can serve yourself. You can serve yourself food. You can take nourishment in and do what you need to do with the ultimate mindset. I'm doing this so as I can serve others. And yeah, that's I haven't explored it anymore. But I found that as very freeing and very much, it encouraged me to be more in the moment, which is something that I'll do a separate video on, is being in the moment. But I found when I'm focused on others, it's less nitty-gritty. You're less in your head thinking about things, because we're very self-centered in our heads, I find. What do I think about this? What, in some ways. So that's what I have to share for today. And I'll do another one of these videos soon. Love and blessings to you all.